Hey guys! My name is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode of Create This Book 2, where I decorate the pages in Create This Book 2 and show them to you. Yeah, ignore this bookmark. So the pages in this episode are kind of from all over the place because, as you guys know, I took a big break from Create This Book 2 for Vlogmas, but I was still doing pages throughout that month. So a lot of the pages from this episode are really old and I might not remember a lot about them, so I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. If you're new here and this is your first time seeing my channel, you should check out my channel and check out my other videos because you might like other stuff. I have a whole series on this. This is like episode, what, 17 or something? 18? 17? I feel like it's 17. But you also might like some of my vlogs, some of my challenge videos. I post lots of really great, good content. Anyhoozle, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. The first page I'm doing today needs a little bit of prep, so create a limitation. Is this in frame? Okay, let's zoom in on that, shall we? Gather a box of art supplies. Close your eyes and choose 3 at random. Use only those 3 to complete this page. So I guess you could interpret this in a lot of different ways. So for me, I'm not going to include like a pencil and an eraser as the supplies because I feel like those are just kind of generic every art supply. Okay, I think this is a good selection. I got colored pencils, markers, pens, Sharpies, a lot of random stuff in here. Alright, so now we are going to dump this out, which I know you're supposed to leave it in the bucket, but this bucket's a little bit too small. And we're just going to close our eyes and grab 3 of these supplies at random. Okay, I'm not going to like try to feel around. Okay, number 1. This is number 1. It's a gel pen, I can feel it. Number 2. Feels like a colored pencil. And number 3, I think this is another gel pen. Oh no. These are the 3 items I got. I got a green gel pen, a coral gel pen, and a pink colored pencil. So this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, I guess I gotta figure something out. Let's get started. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys right from the start. I was not super happy with these colors. Yeah, no. And I also had absolutely 0 ideas for what I was going to do with this. My original idea was actually to do, you know that one girl, I think her name was like Strawberry Shortcake or something? I used to watch her on TV all the time and I thought, what if I'd made it into that? But then I was like, no, that'd just be too complicated with what I have. I don't have enough colors for that. And then I actually asked my mom, I was like, what do you think of when you think of these colors? And she said maybe like a big tree. And then I thought, what about cherry blossom trees? Cherry blossom trees are big, beautiful trees that originated in Japan and were actually gifted to the US for something. I'm sorry, I don't know my history very well. And I've always found them so beautiful. And I went to a school that specifically did a lot of like cultural stuff. And one of the things that we did was a cherry blossom dance. I can insert the clip now if I can find it. And yeah, you can actually see them in DC. Just another painful reminder that I didn't get to go to DC. Wow. But nonetheless, I'm drawing a cherry blossom branch on this page. That's what I was trying to say for those like past 2 minutes. But yeah, I used the pencil as actually one of the main colors. So I started by drawing the branches with some leaves and the cherry blossoms on there. And then I used the green as the leaf color, I used the pink gel pen as the outline, and the colored pencil as the main color of the flower. And then I actually used my pencil as the branch color because I didn't have any other color. And, you know, I'm cheating a little bit, but really, I only have like 3 colors total because the pink gel pen and the pink colored pencil are literally like the same exact color. Like, how did I get that unlucky? It's my life, but it's fine. But after I got my idea together and got the sketch going, I actually had a really good time with this page. It was a little bit tedious, but it was a lot of fun, and I was really surprised by myself because I didn't think I was going to be able to make anything remotely good with only 3 colors, or 4 colors. But I actually think this looks pretty cool, and you know, it's not amazing. These trees are kind of hard to draw, but I think it looks pretty cool. I also added a light gray background with my pencil just because I feel like I needed something for a background, but I couldn't use another color, so I'm using my pencil yet again. But yeah, this page really brought me back to my 3rd grade days, which is always a good thing, right? And yeah, I just glued it into the book, and this is the final thing. I am pretty happy with it, honestly, and I enjoyed this, even though I was kind of dreading this challenge. Create sadness. Make this page sad. Cue sad music. Alright, can I be real for a second? Can I be real? I was a little bit disappointed when I saw this prompt, mainly because there was already a prompt that said create negativity. And sadness and negativity, they're kind of synonyms. I know they're different. I was still a little bit upset because I was like, I already had one idea. Why I have to have another one? But I came up with this idea to have this little girl sobbing into her hands. She's obviously upset. Look at her. And then I was going to make a background with watercolors, which you already saw me make, and then stick that girl in that background so it appears like she's, I don't know if it's like supposed to be rain or just sad colors. Now, I was using a reference photo to draw this, as you do, and the girl in the picture had like her shoulder showing between her hair, and so I drew that in my drawing. However, I started to look at it more and more, and it started to look weirder and weirder. So I realized I definitely messed up somehow, and I decided to try to completely cover it up with her hair and just make it look like that shoulder was never there. Now, because you guys know about it, you'll probably be able to see it, but I feel like if somebody was just flipping through my book, they wouldn't notice. So I think I did a pretty good job of covering this thing up. And yeah, so this is what the final page looks like. I have to glue the page on, and I used Mod Podge on top of it like I almost always do. And yeah, this page I honestly really like. It is fun. It was really fun to do the watercolor. And as long as you don't notice that little issue with the girl, then I think it's a really fun page, even though it's a sad page. Create a colorful page. Glad that sad music is over. So I added a page to the right because I could see through from the other side. So I just added a plain piece of, what do you call it? Printer paper. Printer paper on top, and started sketching out my design. So after the last one, I really wanted to do something really fun, bright, colorful, really kind of easy. To be honest, this page wasn't too difficult. I started drawing a rainbow and some butterflies and some clouds. Just a super fun, simple design. I loved doing this. It was so satisfying, so easy, so pretty, and I just love it because you know that no matter what you do, it's going to turn out relatively okay in the end. Usually. All I'm trying to say here is just enjoy me doing half-decent art because that's all going to end soon. So I used my colorless blender, which I don't remember if I mentioned that I got one, but I have one now, a lot on those clouds. And let me tell you, it was a huge game changer. Amazing, love it, love it. Guys, I just got a new microphone and I'm kind of living it up over here. It feels super professional. I feel like I'm like in a recording studio or something and I'm recording random voiceovers to me coloring in a book. I guess you wouldn't really be doing that in a studio, would you? But now I can do way better ASMR. Check it out. That was pretty good. I would fall asleep to that. I mean, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep to that quickly, but you get the idea. So let me just explain a little bit more about what I'm doing with this page. So it's just a scene of some butterflies flying throughout the clouds. There's also a rainbow. I know this is not very realistic because the butterflies would not be able to fly that high, but just don't think about it too hard. Now, I'm not normally a person who wants to disinclude indigo from the rainbow. I understand indigo's place. I think indigo is a nice color, and I try to include it almost all the time, but in this one in particular, I didn't include indigo. I just didn't feel like it fit with the color scheme, and I wanted to do like the 3 butterflies with all 6 colors. It just made more sense. But yeah, this is the final page. I overall really like it. It is one of my favorites, and it is so pretty and fun to look at. Create a comic strip. Use these boxes to make your own comic. Oh my gosh. Let's just say I didn't have the best time with this page. You'll find out why. I don't think I've ever created a comic. There have always been that one option when teachers make a school project for you to draw a comic. I never pick it because I've never wanted to draw a comic, but looks like I'm being forced now. So the first thing I did was write out the story. The first story I tried to write had something to do with Elsa, I think. I don't know. But the second one is what I ended up going with. Still a weird story. So after I did the original sketches and was like trying to go through and like make improvements and make like actual character design, I just completely gave up on it for 2 weeks and then randomly came back. I'm just gonna cover up the camera, and then when I uncover the camera, it's just gonna be, the sketches are just gonna be way better and finished. Okay? This is where we're at. Yeah, so I was basically really having trouble coming up with an actual cartoon style. I was so frustrated. I hated drawing these little characters over and over again. Looking at it now, it doesn't look too bad, but like it looked really bad to me at the time. I don't know, this was just so tedious. I just didn't like doing it. Here I am going in for the color, and I'm gonna finally explain to you what this story is about. So these 2 characters are supposed to be the moms of Batman and Iron Man, and then Batman shows up as well. So let me just explain this real quick. So the mom of Iron Man is finishing telling a story, and she's like, wow. And then the mom of Batman is like, oh, I think they're actually on a mission, so let's turn on the TV. They're watching the TV, and they realize things aren't going too well for the superheroes. So the mom of Batman calls Batman on the phone, and Batman tells the mom that
she needs to leave the house immediately because the villains are going to come blow the house up.
The mom, of course, doesn't listen and is all confused. She's like,
what do you mean, honey? What's happening here?
While the mom of Iron Man just bolts out the door. And then it blows up right then and there, but thank goodness the mom's okay. Now, I don't know if this story is like accurate to the actual story of Batman and Iron Man. Like, would they actually be together? Are their parents like still actually alive? Like, would this story make sense? I'm sure that there's so many things wrong with the story, but it's less about the actual superheroes involved and more just about like the idea of a superhero and their moms. I don't know, or 2 superheroes and their 2 moms. I don't know, guys. Here's the final thing. This took way too long. Didn't have a lot of fun. I'm not going to draw a comic ever again unless I have to. And yeah. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you loved all the pages. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content that I make. It really helps me out, and I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a great week, day, hour. See ya. Bye guys.